أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. My dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our series on Salat, the Muslim prayer. And we have been talking about this throughout our series and throughout our episode. We are talking about Salat and its importance. In our previous episode, we were talking about the makruhat and the mustahabbat. So we are going to continue from where we stopped on makruhat. Just to remind and refresh, we say makruhat, these are actions in our prayers which make our prayer ugly, and it makes our prayer to be very odd, and they will not be beautiful in the sight of Allah Almighty. So therefore we are expected to know them so that we can avoid them and get the best in our prayers. So we start the program with the recitation from the Holy Quran by Sister Tahira Ifofana. Please give us the recitation from the Holy Quran.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لم تقولون ما لا تفعلون كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون إن الله يحب الذين يقاتلون في سبيله صفا كأنهم بنيان مرصوص. وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم لم تؤذونني وقد تعلمون أني رسول الله إليكم فلما زاغوا أزاغ الله قلوبهم والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين. Translation. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful, whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth glorifies Allah, and He is the mighty, the wise. O ye who believe, why do you say what you do not do? Most hateful is in it the sight of Allah that you say what you do not do. Verily, Allah loves those who fight in His cause, arrayed in solid ranks, as though they were a strong structure, commented with molten lead. And remember when Moses said to his people, O my people, why do you vex and slander me? And you know that I am Allah's messenger unto you. So when they deviated from the right course, Allah caused their hearts to deviate. For Allah guides not the rebellious people.
MashaAllah, that was a very heart-touching verse of the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran, whenever it's recited, it reminded all of us our duties, and it reminded all of us Allah Almighty. Thank you very much for the recitation. Coming back to our topic, we are talking about makruhat. Makruhats are action that makes our prayers very odd and ugly. We have already talked about the mustahabbat, things that beautifies our prayers. So therefore, let us also know the makruhat. All that we are talking about here, we learn it from our beloved Master Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah Almighty has said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. Indeed, Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wasallam has been placed as a role model, an excellent role model for that matter, all kind of model, all kind of example are to be found in Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we are not going to add anything on what he has been doing, and we are not going to reduce anything unless that our capacity, our capability is the one that could not take us there. That's the only time we can reduce things. But not reducing things deliberately, but reduce things because we are unable to reach or to do all what he do. Therefore, as a Muslims, this should always linger in your mind. Never allowed a single prayer of yours to go in waste. The Holy Quran has said it all. There are people amilatun nasiba. What happened? Amilatun nasiba, what happened? Tasla nar al-hamiya. There are people, they do all kind of works. They work all day and night. At the end of the day, everything become waste. May Allah protect us from those people. They will be praying every day, see them prostrating. Every day, see them standing, reciting the Holy Quran. At the end of the day, it becomes waste. Is it what we pray for? Nobody on earth pray for that. So therefore, we have to try our utmost level to perfect our prayer. And the only way we can perfect them is to know what we are required to do in prayer and to know what we are asked to avoid in our prayers. And the action we are asked to avoid in our prayers are the one called makruhat. I hope you understand makruhat now. So therefore, we continue from where we stopped. We already started. Say, to fiddle with one's clothing, to glance sideways, or to the sky, looking up to the sky, or looking sides. They call it altifa. And to keep the eyes closed, as I said, it is a form of disrespect. To even stand before your parents or your elder and close your eyes while the person is talking to you. Is that normal? So how about the creator of all the creation? To offer prayers without any headdress, you should cover yourself, cover your body. For men, as we are wearing cap, this is the way we should do while we are in mosque or while we are offering our prayers. For women, it is strongly even emphasized that all their parts, the body parts, should be covered except only the face and the hands and the feet. The rest should all be covered, even not in prayer, particularly in prayer. And also not to place one's feet with toes towards the Qibla during prostration, or to lift the feet from the ground in this position while in sujood. To start prayer when one is hungry whilst food is laid on the table. When you are hungry and there is food, it is an advice of the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam that you go and eat first before you pray, so that you will be comfortable. All this is geared towards consciousness in our prayer and comfort in our prayer and peace of mind in our prayer. Because if you are hungry and there is already food, you'll be thinking about the food instead of the prayer. If there is no food, that's fine, because you are not seeing any food. You will try to concentrate. But food is already there. You want to leave it. You want to say, okay, let me go and pray. You may not have comfort in your prayer. Your mind might be distracted. So, to avoid such and to be free from all doubts and thinkings, other thinkings that are not part of the prayer, it's advised you eat first before you pray. To pray in an unsuitable environment, for instance, in a stable God's pen or in a noisy marketplace. You have said it. Place that you cannot offer prayer. You have said it last time. You understand? So you should try to avoid them as much as possible. And to stand with one's weight shifted on to one leg alone, or to do things which are below the dignity of prayer. Sometimes some people when they are praying, they will go only on one side. Or one of the legs will stand straight and the other one will not be standing straight. All the weight will be on the other one. No, stand up straight and observe your prayer with respect. You understand? Always compare it when you are standing before a respected person. How you behave. You try to adjust yourself. You try to be proper in everything you do. So if you are doing that to a human being like you, Basharum mislukum, then why not Allah Almighty? And also to stand, to pray in an open place without sutra. You just come, where everybody is passing, you want to stand there and pray without putting any sutra. Sutra means you have to put something in front of you so that nothing will pass between you and God. You assume that you are and God, nothing will pass there. And this is emphasized so much in Hadith that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, when one of you is offering prayer, he should always put sutra in front of him. He said, "Falyansib asa." He should what? Put a stick in front of him. Fa'ilam yajid. If you don't have the asa, a stick, falyakhuttu khatta. He should draw a line to show a barrier that anyone that comes has to pass there. So some people will want to pass. He said, but if you see somebody is passing there, he said, push him. If he refuses, fight with him. So that means, by all means, you should not allow somebody to pass between you and your sutra. You understand? So that is also very, very important. It's needed and it makes your prayer beautiful. To note when someone says Assalamu alaikum during the prayer. When somebody says Assalamu alaikum while you are praying, you try to nod your head to show you are responding. You are talking to Allah Almighty. And the person who greets, perhaps if he had known that you are praying, he would not have greeted. Because you are not expected to respond to him. You are in the middle of your communication with Allah Almighty. You should not nod your head, you should not do any other action, but instead concentrate on your prayers. And to pray without washing one's mouth after eating. You take ablution, for instance, you go and eat, and you don't wash your mouth. You should wash your mouth. Shiwak is very emphasized. It's emphasized a lot by the Holy Prophet Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. To change the order of surahs in the prayer, that is, to recite surah which come later in the Quran, in the first rakah, and the surah which appear earlier in the Holy Quran, in the following rakah. You should recite the Holy Quran in order. Warattilil Qur'ana tartila, in order. You understand? So you should not be, you go and start reciting Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas in your first rakah. Second rakah you go to Alif Lam Mim Zalikal Kitab La Rayba Fi. Instead you should start up Fatiha, Baqarah, going down the way it is in order. Everything is arranged in order. You understand? So to rest on one's belly on things during prostration. To place hands under the forehead while in prostration. These are to recite Quran verses during ruku or sajada. You should not recite Quran on your sajada. You should not recite Quran on your ruku. These are all what? Makruhat. You understand? So please try as much as possible to avoid it. And try to convey it to your friends. Tell them these are makruhat. When we do them, they will make our prayer ugly. And at the end of the day, if our prayer is ugly, we may not have the acceptance of prayer. Is it what we desire? And also remind them the Holy Quran is saying that some people pray, but their prayer has no meaning. Their prayer has no benefit. You tell them, do you want to be like this? So your friends, try to teach them of what you know. Hazrat Usman narrated a hadith where the Holy Prophet said, Khairukum manta allama al-Quran wa allamahu. The best among you is the one who learns the Quran and teaches the other. So whatever you teach your friend, you get the blessing and you become the best. So this is what time allowed us, and I hope you learn. Please let us all try to act upon this. The makruhat, the wajibat, mustahabat, the nawafil prayer, the sunnah prayer, the farla prayer, and all the necessary things that we need to recite. We should try our utmost level to master them so that we can get the benefit of prayer. So thank you for your participation, and this is the end of this series. We were talking about Salat, and by the grace of Allah Almighty, if time allowed us, we will talk about another important topics in our subsequent series. So I'm very happy that you have participated and you learn, and I hope even our first learns a lot until we come on our way next time. Viewers, this is what time allowed us. We have come to the end of another series. As I said, we are talking about Salat, the Muslim prayer. This is a very important prayer that each and every individual should try to know, because prayer is a very important thing in our life. I always remind this hadith to everyone I meet when we are talking about prayer, that inna awwal ma yuhasabu bil abdu yawmal qiyamati as-salatu. Fa in salahat fakada aflaha, wa in khasira fakada kaba, wa in fasada fakada kaba wa kasira. He said the first thing a servant is going to be questioned in the day of judgment is his prayer. If the prayer is intact, everything is intact. And if the prayer has an issue or is not intact, then the entire other thing will have problem. Because why? The prayer is said, inna salata tanha anil fasai wal munkar. Prayer prohibits you from indulging into evil things and undesired things. So if your prayer is not accepted, then how can your prayer prevent you from the things that Allah the Almighty not like? So may Allah Almighty grant us the understanding of prayer and make us those people. The Hazrat Ibrahim said, Rabbi ja'alni muqima salati wa min dhurriyyati rabbana wa taqabbal du'a rabbana firli wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minina yawma yaqumul hisab. Until we come on your way, coming to you with a lot of series, very important series, inshallah, in our subsequent coming series. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.